Okay, with audio this time. So this is all pretty self-explanatory, but yeah. So this is what comes in the file. You can go into to rendered view here, and every time you duplicate these, it'll just give you different windows as a result, which can be very handy. And you have a little bit of control over it. It might take. Oh, also just as a heads up, when you first open it, it might take a second for the shaders to compile. I recently opened it, so mine was instantaneous. But if it takes a second, don't worry about that. So over here in the shader editor, if you click on one of these, you can play around in the nodes. They're hidden here somewhere. If you ever want to find where the node group is, though, I just hover my mouse in here and hit A, and then period on the numpad, and that will center it on whatever's selected. Like if you have this over here, you know, and you click period, it just centers it, which is very nice. So you can play around with the window saturation here, which is cool if you have like a specific look for the city you're trying to go for, or you're trying to match, you know, some other reference. But one is probably good for that. And you can also change how much it's tinted. And so let's say you want to play with that. You can tab to open up the node group, which, as node groups tend to do, looks a little bit intense. But this is the tint controls, and so we could make it like, you know, blue and purple or something. Like, yeah, that's cool. And you go back out and you can change how much that controls everything. Just kind of weird. But yeah. So it uses. There's one room for the background, but then I also put another instance of like a different room in there, but only keep the dark bits on a different layer, and that creates these weird kind of, you know, what look like objects maybe in the room, which don't look great when you're up close, but for anything like a distant shot, you know, like in a building and you're moving past, it just adds that extra little bit that makes it feel maybe like there's stuff in there. Okay, so that's one thing, and then if you click on glass, poo. This controls the lit room frequency, which if you're trying to do a time lapse or something like that, could be really handy. And this also, you can just jump on over into cycles, and I think it, you know, renders even better. So yeah, maybe this will be useful. Anyways, talk to you soon.